Hi guys, I'm going to just wait for everyone to join. Join. I can't believe it's this time again. Like, I just feel like the weeks go so quick. I feel like I literally was doing the last live like this morning. So, hi again, friends. Here we go again. Just in the comments, just whilst we're waiting for you all to tune in, who enjoyed Strictly? Who was your favourite? What was your favourite dance? Favourite couple? Start giving me all your opinions, because we love to hear them. We love hearing you guys disagree with us, agree with us. Let us know. Also, how's everyone's weekend been? More importantly, has everyone had a great weekend? I had a very sleepy Sunday today because I was celebrating my friend's 30th last night. So yeah, we drank a lot of champagne, which you should do at a 30th, right? Not just me. Just trying to get my co-host into this.
Darling, how are you?
I'm really good, but I've had a really relaxed Sunday, and I see you have as well. So it's nice to feel rejuvenated in a way.
I feel really zen, and like hopefully all you guys watching at home, as the nights get a little bit colder and we start like cozying up a bit more, this live will just totally feel part of your evening before you go back to work on Monday. And hopefully like
Maybe we'll do the next one in bed, because
together.
I put my dressing gown on for this. I'm not gonna lie, I was tempted.
Yeah, I'm as good as, like, I feel really warm and cozy. So yeah, like hopefully you guys have had a good weekend, and you know, let us know like how you got, you know, like Amy said, like you had a nice weekend, and we'll read stuff out during the live as well.
Yes. So we will quickly start. Again, we do this before we start every episode. We just briefly explain who we are in case you don't know, and just what we're doing in this little live that we do weekly. So I'll kick things off. I'm Amy Day. As most of you have probably seen, I was on this year's Love Island. I am a trained performer and a massive Strictly fan. And this is my gorgeous friend Benjy. Benjy, over to you.
Hi, I'm Benjy Potter. I've been a showbiz journalist for 10 years, but I'm also trained in musical theatre. I love Strictly, and Amy and I came up with this idea for Strictly Between Us, which is at 6 o'clock every Sunday. Amy, by the way, I have to say, we were on all the papers this week, baby.
I know, and I cannot get over how much I love Nina Wadia. She was so fun to talk to.
Oh my God. Those of you who came last week will know that Nina was completely unfiltered, which is what we love on this live. And we may not have a guest every week, but trust us, when we have a guest, it will be worth it.
Yeah, we don't just want to throw anyone and everyone on each week. We want it to be special for you guys. So this is about you guys.
Oh, before we get started, I have to congratulate you, because this time last week we hadn't seen it, but we have now, and it's your amazing Greatest Showman singing video.
Thank you so much. Are you a Greatest Showman fan?
Oh my God, I love it.
I mean, I feel like even theatre musical lovers love it. Like, it was one of those that kind of took over and did so well.
So I was surprised we didn't see Greatest Showman in movie week, but I think that's because we will see it in musicals week.
Yes. There you go. You've hit the nail on the head. That is exactly why. But yes, thank you, Benjy. And I will be doing Music Mondays as a thing from now on. So I'll be posting another one tomorrow. So hopefully that will break the internet. We'll see.
Just before we get started, Molly asked how we're both feeling on this lovely cold Sunday. How are you feeling, Amy?
I'm feeling so Christmassy.
Christmassy?
Yes, but to be honest, it could be March and I would be chilly and I'd feel Christmas. So just whenever I'm chilly.
I feel Halloweeny.
Oh, good. Thanks for dressing up.
I'll come as a pumpkin.
Oh,
So, right, shall I kick off with first talking topic?
please do.
Adam Peaty, or Adam Peachy, as we call him, comeback king. Last night with the Argentine tango, he smashed it.
He absolutely smashed it, and oh my gosh, Benji, we're agreeing. We're starting the show by agreeing on the. Why this? Oh, my phone's losing its mind. I completely agree. That was one of my favourite things. I think the lift was amazing. So he did a fantastic job. Really, really good.
The thing that I loved about it is that he embraced the weird in that dance and the vision, and it paid off.
And I couldn't stop looking at Katia as well. She was amazing. She was incredible.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that I believe he can win it. I backed him from the beginning. I think it's 10 or 20 quid on him when he was 8-1. And I think if they're not too hard on him next week, so basically if they don't give him the samba next week,
yes.
or the rumba, but he had rumba last week, didn't he? He had rumba last week. So if they don't give him the samba next week, I think he could get better.
Also, quick step. I want him to do the quick step.
Oh, he would be good at that.
I think he'd be good at that. But yeah, no, he did a fantastic job. Moving on, I was a bit frustrated that I think again with the scoring, you know, me and the scoring, we don't get on. We're like an old married couple. So Judy, I just picked up on this. Judy, for example, you know, Craig praised her, but still gave her a 4, which I thought was really, really low because, you know, she was getting higher. I thought she did great. I thought this was probably the best danced she'd ever done. And she got 4. And then AJ, you know, Craig was quite harsh and said this just wasn't your week, but gave her a 5. I feel like that was it. The scoring is just a bit weird sometimes.
The scoring doesn't match the comments. Is that what you're saying?
I think so, and just going by past weeks of scoring and everything, and just taking everything into account, I just thought it was a bit crazy.
I felt sorry for Judy.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is she chose a dance that meant a lot to her, but I think when push comes to shove, technically, she didn't deliver. And as a judge, how do you deal with that when a dance is so personal? What do you guys think? Did you love Judy's dance? And I'm talking about the dance. I'm not talking about the intention. Did you love the dance? Or if there's a really strong message, Amy, should we not care that much? I don't know.
That's a really good point. But that definitely is a point that it's very hard to critique a dance that had such an important sort of reasoning behind it.
Kaz says she loved Judy, so fair enough. But will it be enough to keep her out of the dance-off tonight?
So she was in the dance-off last week, so I'm sure she's a little bit nervous, probably. I personally don't think she'll be in the dance-off again.
Okay. I mean, it's interesting because the score will potentially get her. The score will get her in. Ethan says he loved Judy's dance. There are a few issues, but some decent footwork. He would have given it a 7. It was one of those that had mixed scoring, but I think it was largely 6s, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
She will have had low scores, and I think she's in a funny spot for public votes. But we'll see. I think she deserves to stay.
I do too, and also it was so not a Judy that we've seen. It was stripped back and serious. So, you know, good on her for giving it a go.
Can I talk about Tilly?
Oh, go on.
Now, if you've watched this live before, if you watched Strictly Between Us before, you'll know I'm not Tilly's biggest fan. I'm not bullying her. I'm not being mean about her. I just struggled to connect with her personality. Lack of, perhaps. Yeah. She's on a show. She's there to be judged. You up?
Keeping it PG as always, Benji.
Keeping it PG. Yeah. I thought last night she was sensational. I totally believe that dance. I think he brought out the best in her. Nikita, I thought she was sensational.
My jaw is nearly hitting the floor, Benjy.
Oh, are we disagreeing again?
We are shock. Well, actually, it is a shock these days when we disagree. Yeah, I felt like it was stompy. I didn't love watching it. I thought she gave it a really good go, A for effort, but yeah, I didn't, it wasn't one of my favourites, for sure.
Because, okay, so Tom Hay agrees with me on this one. You know, I always spot the ones that agree with me.
Tom Hay.
Now, yeah, I loved it, but what's interesting is Craig, who I really respect, did not like it, and the 3 other judges liked it. And even though I disagreed with Craig last night, he still is my favourite judge because he goes out on a limb. But I know you love Shirley.
Yeah, I do love Shirley. I think, and more than ever, also loved her dress this week. Thought she looked great in that colour. I just think everything she says, the critique and the constructive criticism, and she talks about the steps and she talks about the technicality of it. She has so much wisdom and so much to say that I'm like, how do you write that all down whilst watching that quick dance? Yeah, she's fabulous. I think everything she said was spot on and perfect, and I think that will really help the contestants.
Fair play. I think it's you next.
So, going on to the costumes, we know how much the costumes mean to me. When I think about Strictly, it's the dresses. So when I was a young girl and it just became a thing, I just remember watching it in awe. Like, I want to be those dancer girls in those dresses. So recently, and the costume department and, you know, wardrobe department is amazing, but it's just been really modern and kind of, you know, not so many ballroom dresses, not many this. So for me this week, I was like, you know, costume after costume. Amy's costume was gorgeous. Karen's costume, I know she had the 2-piece and she, you know, she had like the water trousers, and just the way they move complemented everything. Sarah's dress was, you know, fantastic. So yeah, this has been my favourite week for costumes.
Oh yay! I love that you love them. I appreciated them this week. I think because we've been spoilt with modern weird stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is very traditional. But actually, like, I think Sarah, especially in that purple dress, looked sensational. So
you say you didn't love the costume? Are you too modern? You are too modern.
I think I'm too modern, but I'm hard to please when it comes to costumes. But I largely agree with you. So we'll agree like we did at the start. We'll disagree in the middle, and then we'll come back to agreeing.
Fabulous. I like it.
The gongs. So we've had the gossip, now we've got the gongs. Right?
Yes. Right.
The part of the show where we hand out our Strictly awards each week. And remember, guys, if you're watching this and you disagree with the awards that Amy and I are giving out, please let us know.
Let us know. Put it in the comments. Let us know.
This is Strictly Between Us, the completely unofficial, unauthorised, extremely naughty and gossipy Strictly spin-off with the best guests in the biz. Best quote. Now,
I'm excited. Fun.
This quote did not come from a judge or from a contestant. This quote came from a family member, right? So Adam Peaty's mum and dad gave him a message, and his mum said, when you signed up for Strictly, we thought watching you dance would just be a laugh. But you've shocked us all. And I just thought that was brilliant.
Not only did you quote them, but you also did the accent. Thank you so much. I can literally envisage this now.
Well, I know you've done lots of accents this week, so maybe in next week, Strictly Between Us, we'll do some accents and impersonations. What do you think? We
should each do an accent for the entire live. Let us know what you want me and Benjy to accent we should speak in next week.
I can do Brucey. We can bring him back from the dead. Now over to you, Tess.
And just to let you all know, Benjy does so many impersonations as well and accents on his Instagram page. So go and give him a follow. And on TikTok, go and find him on TikTok. fab. Great quote.
Amy, you're up next.
The next gong I'm going to do is for the best dance. Who do we think it's going to be? Can you guess who I'm going to say?
Who do you guys think? Which dance really pulled it out the bag for you last night? That was a very camp Bruce, Charles says.
Give me a drum roll.
Drum roll. Any dance?
The best dance goes to Adam Peaty and Katia.
Like, could you have believed last week that you would be giving best dance to Adam?
No, not in a million years.
Really?
Honestly, he was fabulous. I could watch that over and over, and it was smooth, and the lifts were incredible, and I just thought the two of them worked really well. I honestly want to say best chemistry for them as well.
Oh wow, we've got some great messages coming through. Tom Hayes says he thinks Tom was underrated online. I thought Tom was good, but he looks for too much reassurance towards Amy Dowden, in my particular opinion. Ethan says Sarah for best dance, and
yeah.
Vint QD Brats says Adam and Katia, someone that agrees with you. Yeah. And Jordan wants to talk about John's junk in the trunk. Is that John Waite?
I'm in today's show. No, but actually I did want to touch on that. So John's trunk looked incredible. And I quote from Craig, he didn't like it, which I agreed with. I didn't love their dance this week. But he also said, your bum was sticking out. You need to tuck it in. And I'm like, honey, when you're blessed with something like that, I wouldn't tuck it in either.
Well, Amy, I know I'm a gay man. I've just outed myself on Instagram, but I am gay.
Everyone now knows.
I couldn't concentrate on anything but that bottom.
No, me either.
So at first I was like, oh, great. And then Craig said it should be tucked in. And I think for that reason, maybe it wasn't such a good thing. But best dance you've chosen. Now, chemistry. Before we give out our best chemistry award this week, Amy, I want to know from you. You're a dancer. You've danced with loads of hot guys over the years. I'm sure many of them have been gay. But as a dancer, do you understand the Strictly Curse more? And have you ever fallen for a dancer?
The Strictly Curse is my middle name. Been there, done it, got the t-shirt. Honestly, this past year, I said, Amy, you are no longer dating dancers. Honestly, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. I have fallen in love with probably 4 dancers in my life. Yeah, it's just when you're with those people every day and they're insanely talented and, normally absolutely gorgeous, why would you say no?
So what is it, like the rehearsal that brings you closer to people?
Yeah, and just, obviously when you're doing a contract, a show with people, you're with them, every day. So you're spending a lot of time with each other, and just seeing them dance and be insanely talented is very, very attractive to me, Benjy. And I think a lot of other people as well.
I know you can't name and shame, but maybe in future weeks.
Maybe in future weeks. Maybe. I'm in.
What'd you say?
Depends how many gins I've had.
Okay. Well, someone send her some gin, please. So, the Strictly Curse. Well, there hasn't been a Strictly Curse yet this series, but...
That we're aware of.
But I'm sure many of you have been seeing some chemistry mounting. We're both going to award an individual chemistry award for this week. But if you believe in the comments, and you can say what you like, that there is chemistry brewing between a certain couple, then let us know. Tom Hayes, I bet you're eagle-eyed about this.
Oh, come on. Who do you think? Who was your best couple to watch in terms of chemistry?
Can I hand out my award?
Yes, please do.
So I don't think chemistry always has to be sexual, particularly sensual. No. I think sometimes chemistry can just be about trust. And I think the best chemistry this week came from Sarah and Aliash. I knew you'd say that. I really, really, really love that.
I really love that. They've got a fantastic partnership. Particularly, I loved them last week when they did Shrek. I thought that they worked so fantastically together, and they literally just threw themselves into it, and it was great to watch. So, yeah, I'm backing you on this one. I'm strongly behind you that they honestly loved watching them this week as well. But as I said, I would have also said Adam and Katya.
There's something about, I mean, he's gorgeous anyway, but there's something about this really kind of masculine guy, really making muscles dancing, that's just irresistible.
Yeah, it really is. And also I have, you know, a lot of respect for Adam, because when they showed the little rehearsal clip before they actually danced, it showed Katya, you know, there was a tango duo, a professional tango duo that came and they performed in front, and she was talking all about the connection that they have to have. And I think they nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. I would have believed they were in love.
Oh, look, we've got some messages. Mine froze for a moment before. Ethan says, love the chemistry in terms of friendship between Rose and Giovanni. They are hilarious together. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
And let's remember, like, Giovanni has had relationships with dancers that he's danced with in the past, which is public knowledge. So to see him have a friendship with Rose and have that kind of quality is just so lovely.
See that he just truly adores her. He just thinks she is fantastic. I mean, she's amazing.
So Tom says, don't be shy, guys. Talk about Adam and Katya. Remember, it's strictly between us. Now, Adam posted a cryptic Instagram story before we went on, saying something like, something like, be careful who you trust, or something like that. Listen, he's in a committed relationship. It's strictly, anything could happen, right?
Anything can happen. It's life. Forget strictly. It's life. That is the way the cookie crumbles.
So, listen, we don't want to break relationships up, but let's face it, this is strictly between us. If any romance is happening on Strictly, we'll be here every Sunday to talk it over, won't we, Amy?
We sure will.
We've given out our chemistry awards. We don't know who's leaving tonight. We don't read the spoilers. We don't get information. This is completely unofficial, unauthorized, not linked to the show. Giovanni is dating Maura Higgins. I don't think Giovanni's the kind of man to cheat. Yeah, no. well, he's not going to cheat. But like, as we said, he's got a friendship with Rose. Chemistry doesn't have to be sexual. Anyway, we don't know who's leaving tonight. The show isn't on for a little bit. Who do you think, Amy, will leave tonight?
I think Dan Walker.
Really?
Yeah, well, it's going to be out of Dan Walker and Greg.
Well, I think Judy. I love her to bits.
I
think she's got loads of personality. I think she's a real hard worker. I'm just not sure if 2 weeks of poor scores
is agreeing. Dan Walker. Oh no, I think he said Greg. I know, guys. Some people on this alive may read the spoilers, and that's yeah. Listen, look. Before we go, let's just talk about Greg, because I know he didn't do it for you, did it? No. Greg, yeah. Oh, and I know, he admitted as well that he was really nervous this week. He said, I'm not normally nervous, and he was very nervous this week, which is always really sad to hear, because they work so hard through the whole week. So, nerves, and I know very, very well, and I'm sure you do as well, nerves can, if you can't control them, it can really, really sort of ruin what you're trying to do. So, bless him.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. I just think the samba is a really difficult dance to go out with for quite a sort of rigid older guy, because no matter how good you are at it, you're always probably going to look a bit silly. I mean, even Anton Dubek looks silly doing the samba in his ridiculous costumes. Yeah,
exactly. So yeah, it was a hard one. He gave it a go, but unfortunately he was nervous. He didn't do very well, because I'm sure he wanted to just go out there and smash it. So I'm sure he had a lot more to give, is what I'm trying to say. So bless him.
Oh, before we go, I think that's all our business. But before we go, we are in talks with Robert Webb to get him on the Instagram Live.
Yeah.
He's really keen to join us. He's taking 2 weeks off. He's not, as we know, he's not been very well. He had to drop out of the competition. But Robert loves gossiping about Strictly.
Yeah.
He's really keen to join us. So if you guys hang with us, we'll hopefully have Robert Webb, and we've got some other really cool guests in the mix. So
And we wish him a really quick recovery, and we can't wait to have him on, which should be very exciting.
yeah, definitely. So Amy, will you join me next week?
I'll have my people call your people. Of course I'm going to be. Of course, I wouldn't miss this for the world. I would do this in the back of my car if I could.
I love you, darling. Have a great week. Is there a new music video out tomorrow? Yes.
So I will be posting tomorrow, sort of late afternoon / early evening. I'll be posting another video. So I'm sure you guys will all have a listen, and hopefully you will like it. Benjy, tell us one exciting thing that you're looking forward to doing this week in your schedule.
Oh, I've got a big gay night out at work on Thursday night, and I can't bloody wait.
Why am I not invited?
It's a work thing. There'll be free drinks, but you know. What about you?
I'm going to see Frozen on Wednesday.
Oh, amazing. Jealous. Can you give us a clue as to what the song is tomorrow? Just a clue.
So it's an acoustic cover of a really well-known mainstream pop song. So that's like one of my favorite things to sing apart from musical theatre is acoustic covers, because they're beautiful. So there you go. That's your clue. Right. Nothing.
Thank you. Nothing. Wow. Have a fab night, darling. Speak to you soon.
Amazing. See you all next Sunday at 6 p.m. Same time, same topics. And we'll see you there.